Hey guys, hope you're well. It is maybe about a half of a week after the Olympic Games just wrapped up, and boy, what an Olympic that was. That was really fun to watch. Well, of course, I'm in the United States, so that was extra fun to watch. But I'm a big skier, so I love watching the skiing a ton. Of course, loved watching the hockey too, but man, there's so many cool sports and so many neat things to watch. Anyway, I hope you really got it. You know, during the biblical times, the Olympics took place in Rome, and those games have become super popular. I mean, they even have come down to us, to our time. But these games are ancient. They've been around forever, and there's an interesting passage I wanted to share with you guys that's found in the book of First Corinthians, chapter 9, towards the latter part of the chapter, that speaks of the Christian life, the life with God, kind of like you're in the Olympic Games. So I don't know if you've ever read that passage before, but let me share it with you. I think you'll find it pretty cool. So let me bring up my stuff, and you guys could check it out. So it says, "Do you not know that all in a race, all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize." Okay, so that's how it starts. All the runners that are in a race are running, but they're running with a goal in mind, right? No one in the Olympic Games doesn't have a goal. They want to win the prize. I mean, the ultimate prize, of course, is the gold medal, and everybody would love to win that. In skiing, when you watched it on the Winter Olympic Games, there was only a certain group of skiers that really were contending for the medals. Then there was another half of the skiers that really were in the games, but they really had not much shot at all, just because their times throughout the year were way behind, the contenders. But everybody that's in it, has a shot, right? Who knows? You might get in the blocks, man, of skiing the slalom, and for some reason everything clicks and you win. And it was neat to see people that were a little older, winning the prize, that they were doing so good. They might have thought that, they were old and it was kind of all washed up, maybe type of stuff. But man, that body just knew what to do. They got into their tuck and they went and did really well. So, you never know. You could be a contender that you pretty much know you're going to be in the top, 10. And then there's people that are, the 40th skier. But that person, has an opportunity. Everybody that's in the race is running to receive the prize. And it says, run in such a way as to get the prize. Meaning, and this is about kind of life. So it's not so much talking about sports, even though it's using sports as an analogy for life. That we are to run this life in a way that there's an intention built in it. Am I a husband that is intentional? Am I intentionally doing things with thought, with reason, thinking through it? Or am I just aimlessly going about it? You guys know that you can't get to the top level in an aimless fashion. It takes a lot of intentional living to do it. You have to discipline yourself, focus. And that's what it's saying is everybody, we're all going for the prize, but run in such a way that you're going to get it, So then it goes on. So let's see what else it says. So then it says, everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training. They do it to get a crown that will not last, but we do it to get a crown that will last forever. Therefore, I do not run like someone running aimlessly. I do not fight like a boxer beating the air. No. And so what he says, no, what he's saying is no way. Man, I'm like a boxer that's, when I'm punching, I'm not punching the air. I'm not in the boxing ring just throwing Hail Marys at nothing. I'm boxing to hit somebody. I mean, what a cool analogy, huh? In the Bible. It's like, hey, how do I love my spouse? How do I love my kids? Is it intentional? Am I going, hey, am I thinking about my wife today? How can I love her today? Maybe it's sending her a text. Maybe it's intentionally sending her flowers. Maybe it's getting her favorite, I don't know, maybe she's got a drink that she likes and you want to get her that, or, take her out to a nice dinner or something. But, you're not beating the air, You're not just aimlessly flopping around, but you're thinking through it. What does my love look like? What does my walk with God look like? If God is the greatest being because he is the deity, then it would be logical that we wouldn't want to just aimlessly go about a relationship with God. We would want to get to know God. And that means we would have to walk discipline like we would in any other endeavor. Just like I can't aimlessly love my wife, I can't just aimlessly get to know God. I must look, read, study, take time, podcast, whatever it is, get to listen. That's why it's important, and I really believe that sometimes just going through the Bible, just on a podcast or on a YouTube page where it's just going through the Bible. I have my own YouTube page where I literally go through different books of the Bible. I read over them and just do a little commentary. You can always check it out. It's at my YouTube channel. It's at Beau Willette. If you just go to YouTube and put in the search bar my name, that French-Canadian name, Beau Willette, you'll probably get to there and you'll see there's all different books of the Bible. And I love it. And I do have other things on there too, so don't be surprised if there's some other little tidbits here. But a lot of these, actually, a lot of my hockey stuff too, chapel work, I have on that channel as well, for people to check out, for different hockey players and stuff like that. But, going through it, getting to know, being intentional about knowing God. This is why Jesus came. Jesus said, I've come to make known the Father. You want to know God? Here we go. Man, I'm here. I'm going to teach you about him. I'm going to tell you all about God. I'm going to show you that I am God in human flesh. I'm going to prove it to you. And so Jesus's entire coming, his entire, we could say, revelation, his unveiling, is that of unveiling the deity, showing the world that there truly is a God who cares. If there is a God, does he really care? I mean, really, does God care? I mean, how small am I? I'm tiny. I'm on a tiny planet in a tiny galaxy, And Jesus comes to reveal God's heart to us human beings. Really cool. And he does it in a way that we can relate. He takes a human body to relate to us, to come into our world. I mean, unbelievable. God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. Relational, right? He comes in, the Son, the Father, relation. Very cool. Why? Because we are relational beings. We are created in his image. We have a wife, families. We're relational. God is relational. And he comes into the world to reveal him. And so, am I intentional about getting to know God? Again, do practical things. Get that podcast out. Listen to it. Just go through it. Take some time. To be a good hockey player, it takes time. To be a good guitar player, it takes time. That's a cool little ukulele in the back, huh? I don't know if you ever played a ukulele. They're pretty cool. But, it takes time and effort. We don't do it aimlessly to get good. You have to be disciplined in how you practice. You have to have a mental training, a physical training. And that's how it is in our walk with God too. We need a discipline to get to know, and we have to put things into practice. And part of that is learning about God. Just like in hockey, you got to learn the game. You got to learn the game. Well, in our spiritual walk, we got to know God. And this is what Jesus has come to do. And so, sports, amazing. But they teach us a lot about really what we need in our walk with God too. We need to be disciplined. We need to be people that aren't just aimlessly going about it. I'll get there one day. One day I'll think about God. No. That's aimlessly thinking. We don't know what a day is going to bring. Am I disciplined? Do I know God? Knowing God's going to give you confidence. It's going to give you peace. It's going to give you a confidence. It's going to give you a stability. It's going to give you a focus in a world that is so unfocused. It's going to give you answers to life's greatest questions. But you have to be disciplined in it. So we learned some cool things from those Olympics, that's for sure. And I just wanted to share that little passage with you. I thought that was cool. So running the race to win. Good stuff. Hey, we'll talk to you guys later. Hope you have a good one. And we will talk soon, hopefully, right? So we'll catch you later. Bye-bye.